Everybody, welcome to AFR Monday Night Tights. I'm your host, Steve Tower. Thank you for joining us. We've got another exciting show here. We had a very successful pay-per-view last week, our May pay-per-view, the Day of Reckoning. We finally came face-to-face with at least part of the invasion, and it turned out that it was former AFR member Ruslan, who was part of the invasion. He came out and challenged our champion, Groupthink, but Groupthink was able to hang on to the heavyweight title and fight off at least the first wave of the invasion. So we're pretty happy here, pretty excited, and ready to bring you another great night of wrestling here from the Biddy Beer Arena in Medfield, Massachusetts. Tonight we will have a rematch of the Tag Team Championship. The UnNatural Disasters will defend their title against the Cleveland Rockers. This was a match that was on the pay-per-view, and the Cleveland Rockers did win. However, they won via disqualification, and the title did not change hands. So that will be our main event tonight. We'll have a rematch, and it will be a no disqualification hardcore tag team championship match. Should be quite a main event here. So let's head on down to the ring. We got a couple of other exciting matches. Starting off with our opening match here, we're going to have a hardcore match between Doug Smoles and Trash Can Epik to kick things off here on this first Monday Night Tights of June. All right, so here we go. Thank you so much for tuning in. Let's get right down to the action. So Doug Smoles, formerly of the committee before Groupthink completely dissolved it, at the end of our show at the Day of Reckoning. So now he is just a man on a mission, looking to have his hardcore cred here. So this will be a maybe a bloody opening to our show. Excuse me. And of course, Trash Can Epik, known for his various collection of trash can items that he brings to the ring. So should be quite a kickoff here. We'll go to our pre-match roll and see what happens there. Let's see. So we're going to go to highlight reel O and 46 on highlight reel O. Let's see. The ally of the underdog wrestler is irate over hot dogging of opponent. Gets into an argument, increase the grudge grade of the ally and the underdog wrestler by 1 point. All right. So interesting. So Trash Can not happy with the way that Doug Smoles saunters down to the ring. So his grudge grade is going to increase by 3. And Trashcan Epik is one of those wrestlers that we currently don't have a defined ally for. Let's see here. Oh, how about we'll have Smokin' Jones comes out of the back and gives some words of encouragement and now has aligned himself with Trashcan Epik. So his grudge grade will also go up by 1. All right, so some trash talking before the match, and perhaps we'll have some trash slinging during the match. A couple of points just before we get things going. The screen that you see in the middle, to my left here, it's a free web page that a friend of the show and a fan of the game has developed. The link is down below. You can feel free to use that yourself for your games. It just does all the dice rolling with a click, and then it also has all the fast action cards digitized, so you can just simply click to the next fac to get those up. Works really well for my show to have them up on the screen like that. And then I'm also using a house rule where I cover up a couple of the pin spaces on each side, so this will lead to more matches ending with a wrestler trying to hit their finisher. And then if a wrestler does hit his finisher, doesn't finish the match, we remove one of those, and then it becomes a fatigue token where the wrestler will be easier to pin at the end. So just a couple of things that are not included in the base game for anybody that is watching for the first time. All right, so here we go. Kick back, relax. It's time for Monday Night Tights. The bell rings. Doug Smoles, Trashcan Epik in there for a hardcore match to kick things off. All right, and right away we are going to have a helped, and hey, why not? It'll be Trashcan Epik getting some help from his new friend, Smokin' Jones. And Smokin' Jones brings out a special trash can to start the match, and they both double team Doug Smoles. He gets whacked over the head with that, and Trashcan Epik off to a fast start here. Strong is next. Well, both wrestlers have that. So now we'll go to the trailing wrestler. So Smoles, he shrugs off that and then hits Trashcan Epik with a big body chop to knock him down. And then he's going to finish that up. He turns him around and gets him into a full Nelson. And let's see, his TV grade is A. So he is going to lock that in for 4 points. Wow, 1, 2, 3, 4 before Trashcan Epik is finally able to kick out of that. Let's see. Sorry, I just saw my stream went off for a little bit. Okay, looks like we're back. All right, so here we go. Trashcan Epik in control here early. Neither wrestler has quick. We'll go to the next one. Well, there we go. Doug Smoles feeling it from the crowd here. He's going to take Trashcan Epik down with a big leg sweep for 2 points. And then he's going to fall. Oh, but Trashcan Epik is going to bounce back as he'll sweep Smoles down to the mat and then give him a vicious head stomp. The crowd's going to gasp as he gets stomped into the on the outside. So stomped down into the concrete. Can Smoles recover from that? All right, so we're going to have a signature move here. So whoever hits the next move, they're going to double the point value of it. Oh, and we're going to go to the wild card for this. All right, so we will go to the wild card hardcore results. Let's see. 56 is the favored wrestler Smart. Let's see, he is not, so he's distracted by a spectacle outside the ring. Opponent scores 2 points, and it's going to be 4 points because of the signature move. So outside the ring, and Smokin' Jones distracts Doug Smoles again. Trashcan Epik comes up behind him, puts the trash can over his head, and then beats him with his own baseball bat to the side of the trash can, and takes the lead. So Trashcan Epik in control here, this hardcore match to open up things here. And Trashcan Epik, he's going to, again, let's see, get a point. It's for cheating, but there's no real cheating in a hardcore match, so he'll use the butt end of the baseball bat once again to whack Doug Smoles for a point. Oh, and again, So now Smokin' Jones is going to grab Doug Smoles from behind, hold him as Trash Can Epik lays into him. Whack to the gut, another whack to the gut, and then he's going to pick up his trash can and bang over his head. Doug Smoles is in a world of hurt. And let's see, next, neither wrestler has a smart. Move to the next one. Well, there we go. Doug Smoles feeling it from the crowd. He's going to fight back to his feet and get him into another full Nelson. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, trying to wear down the bigger wrestler. And we are all tied up now, knotted. Who is going to get the finishing move here? Let's see, Trash Can Epik, he is heavy, so he's going to use his weight to power out of the full Nelson, turns around, and then locks Smoles up in a big bear hug. Both wrestlers fighting for air. Who is going to come out on top here? Neither of them are quick. We'll move to the next one. Let's see. I think they are both strong. They are, but now Smoles is trailing. So how about that? So he shakes off the bear hug, and then he's going to try to pick him up, and he does. Slams him down to the mat. Ooh, boy. All right, so here we go. And then he's going to, let's see, toss him to the side of the ring and then hit him with a big drop kick. He slams into the apron down to the floor, and he is going to go for a pin. So he hooks the leg. Trash Can Epik has a TV grade of B. Is he going to be able to kick out? He needs a 26 or less. Let's see, 1. Oh, and he does. He kicks out at 2. The match is going to continue. Both wrestlers bloody. Both wrestlers fighting for air. Who is going to come out on top here? Let's see. Trash Can Epik. He's going to return the favor with a big slam, and he slams him right down into his trash can, and then he's going to go for a pin. Doug Smoles, TV grade is A, so a 33 or less to kick out. Let's see, 1, 2, oh, and Doug Smoles gets the shoulder up. The match is going to continue. Both wrestlers back on their feet. Let's see, neither of them quick. And, oh, no. So, again, Smokin' Jones going to interfere. And let's see, so he is going to distract Doug Smoles. And Trash Can Epik going to hit him with the trash can. And then picks him up. And he's going to go for the trash collection. So let's see. So he's going to roll Smoles up into the trash can, and then he's going to climb to the top rope and go for a big elbow smash. Can he do it? And he does. Boom! Drops the elbow, and then he's going to pin him with the trash can still on top of him. And that is how this match ends. Trash Can Epik with his trash collection elbow drop. And Doug Smoles left in the battered trash can on the side of the ring. Still trying to get to his feet. So let's go to our post-match and see what happens. We're going to go to Highlight Reel X. And 33 on Highlight Reel X. Let's see. Oh, go to Highlight Reel Y. Okay, 32. Defeated wrestler reveals a clever scheme that captivates the TV audience. Increase the wrestler's TV grade by 1 letter. Okay, well that's interesting. So as Trash Can Epik and Smokin' Jones make their way to the back of the arena, Doug Smoles is going to stand up and reveal that this was all just a big setup, and now he has Trash Can Epik's trash can for himself, and he's going to have to fight him to get it back as he runs out of the ring, or runs out of the arena with Trash Can Epik's battered trash can. So that feud just starting. Trash Can Epik gets the first win out of it, but a new feud has developed here. So, all right. So we will move on, get set up for our next match. I'll clean the debris up from around the ring, and we are going to have Grabner take on Kenny 2020. So Grabner had a successful tag team match at the pay-per-view at the Day of Reckoning. He teamed up with Mark Russell and was able to come out victorious. Got some notice from the fans, and so he is on his way. He is trying to work his way up the rankings and perhaps get a shot at the U.S. Championship. That is what he has set his sights on. So a singles win here against Ken 2020 would certainly go a long way in getting him noticed by the commissioner, and perhaps give him a title shot, or at least a chance to earn a number one contender match. All right, so here we go. Gun Grabner, Kenny 2020. Let's see if anything happens beforehand. We're going to go to highlight reel O for our pre-match. Let's see. Rob, I see in the chat room, has said that he likes the Fenway shirt. So thank you. Yes, this is courtesy of Chowda Heads. They are a wonderful local company here in the Boston area that make all kinds of shirts. Actually, you've probably seen me on several shows wearing a Chowda Head shirt. So, all right, so let's see what's going to go on highlight reel 25. The underdog wrestler, angered during TV interview by interruption from opponent, increases grudge grade by 2 points. So Kenny 2020 doing a pre-match interview gets interrupted by Gun Grabner, and he is not happy about that. So his grudge grade actually is going to go up to 5. So he will have the advantage in grudge grade if that comes up during the show. All right, so let's get things underway. This singles match. So Gun Grabner actually giving up 17 pounds to Ken 2020, but well, let's see. Actually, they're both strong. However, Gun Grabner is powerful. So let's see who is going to come out on top here. The bell rings, and we are underway. And right away, it is a grudge. So Ken 2020. Oh my, it's going to be a gold grudge. So 3 points. 1, 2, 3. He is going to just come out on fire. He's going to avoid the traditional collar and elbow lockup and go right to a kick to the gut, a forearm to the head, and then a overhead forearm smash to his back. And Gun Grabner goes down on a knee from that initial onslaught. Let's see. Neither wrestler helps. Both are strong, but Gun Grabner is trailing now. So, there we go. He's going to reach up from a kneeling position and give him a big chin slam, pull him down right into his head for 2 points. Both wrestlers back on their feet. But Ken 2020, he's going to give him a little eye poke for a point. Gun Grabner stunned. The referee gives him a warning. Let's see. Quick. That's going to be Grabner. So Ken 2020 tries to follow up with a clothesline. He's going to duck that and then turn around and give him a back rake as he goes by him for 2 points. Ken 2020 in pain. Let's see. Agile. This is going to go to Ken 2020. Let's see. He's going to use his surprising quickness or surprising agility. Go up and give him a flying head scissors. Takes him down. Crowd going to give him some applause for that. But Gun Grabner going to use his strength, using his muscles of mass destruction, and he's going to stand up and whip Ken 2020 across the ring for a point. Try to catch his breath. But it's going to be Ken 2020 who recovers first. Another 3 points on his grudge. He is a man on fire here. Was definitely an underdog coming into this with Gun Grabner having momentum. But you never know. That's why you play the game, right? Let's see. Cheat. Neither of them have a cheat. Move on to the next one. Neither of them are mean. Crowd starting to get restless. Neither of them have the object, so we will use the boo rule. So that's if 3 facts are drawn and neither of them hit it, you roll a die, and then the favored wrestler is going to move ahead that many points. So 4. So Gun Grabner, the crowd gets behind him. 1, 2, 3, 4. We're all tied up here in what has been a very competitive match. Let's see. Neither of them are helped. Both are agile. And both are going to have it. But they're tied, so we will go to the favored wrestler. He's going to get Ken 2020 into a Boston Crab for 2 points before Ken is able to grab the rope and break the hold. All right, oh, and here we go. Another signature opportunity. Who's going to hit it? Oh, and neither does. So an opportunity missed there. Let's see. Oh, Ken 2020, another little eye poke, trying to work himself back in here. But it's going to be Grabner who lifts up the heavier opponent, tosses him across the ring one more time. He'll give a little flex for the crowd. And we're going to go to the highlight reel, or the wild card results. Let's see. Wild card for a normal match. 65. Ooh, going to go to highlight reel A. All right. 35 on highlight reel A. Wrestler scores 1 point. Soaks in the fan response. Doesn't notice opponent sneaking up on him. Opponent delivers a suplex slam for 3 points. Oh boy, so Grabner does a little posing for the crowd, and Ken sneaks up behind him and hits a huge suplex. Down to the mat he goes, and Grabner is in trouble. Both wrestlers fading here. Who's going to take it home? Let's see. Oh, neither of them have the object. Uh-oh, neither of them are mean. Crowd starting to get restless. Oh, it's going to be Grabner again. He's going to toss Ken across the ring, and then he's going to hook the leg and go for a pinfall. Can he do it? Let's see. 23 or less, so there's one. Oh, and Ken 2020 kicks out. The match will continue. Oh, and again, the grudge grades. Oh, so let's see. This time he'll give him another eye poke of doom for a point, and then he's going to roll him up into a sunset flip. Goes for a pin. Let's see. He's got a B, so he needs a 26 or less. There's 1, 2, oh, and 3, and Ken 2020 with the surprise victory. How about that? Wow, Grabner was being set up for a potential run at a title, and instead it's Ken 2020 who comes out on top with a surprising match. He was disrespected to begin the match, and he used that heat to get him through and to take on the heavily favored Grabner. So there we go. Ken 2020 gets the win. Let's see what happens in the post-match. We're going to go to highlight reel X. And 34 on highlight reel X. Let's see. The ally of the winning wrestler makes memorable TV speech. Increase the grudge grade by 2 points for both the wrestler and the ally. Wow, so Ken 2020, his grudge grade is actually going to go up to 7 now. And he, too, is going to get a new ally. So let's see here. Who's another wrestler we haven't really got to use in a while? Who would be a good partner for him? Oh, there we go. How about cell phone Greg Malone is going to come out and say that he sees something in Ken 2020, the veteran Greg Malone, who has been a wrestler. I think he's been available with every set for this game since it was first out. He used to be dial tone Greg Malone, but now he's updated to cell phone. So there we go. Another new pairing of wrestlers, 2 new allies in Ken 2020 with a big upset victory over Grabner. So perhaps it's Ken 2020 who will have himself set up for a title run. All right, so here we go. Next up, we are going to have Super Stinger, and he will be led to the ring by his manager, and it is AFR Hall of Famer Sam Banner, and he is going to take on Bray Watts in a one-on-one competition. Watts, the leader of the Wild Bunch, the tag team of the Scrapyard Mongrel and the Screaming Eagles, they're never too far behind, but Bray Watts is going to come down to the ring by himself here. And in this one-on-one competition, so Super Stinger, another wrestler who has been right on the fringe of being a title contender. He's had a couple of memorable matches with Groupthink, was never able to quite get over the hump. And then he had a #1 contender match, the last show before the AFR pay-per-view last month, and that was interrupted by the invasion that happened. The lights went out, and then when they came back on, both Super Stinger and Sean Banner were knocked out, and neither wrestler are able to fight in the last pay-per-view. So Super Stinger trying to get back onto the winning track here against Bray Watts. He'll have his work cut out for him, giving up 50 pounds to the much bigger and heavier Bray Watts, who of course will have the Wild Bunch, the rest of the Wild Bunch, lurking somewhere. You never know what'll happen. All right, so let's go to our pre-match rolls, see what happens. We'll be on highlight reel O once again, 35 on highlight reel O. Let's see, the ally of the favored wrestler makes funny comments on guest shot. Reduce the ally grudge grade by 1 point. Oh, so Sam Banner saying that Bray Watts looks older than he does, and he's been wrestling for a long time. And he has no doubt that his protege, Super Stinger, is going to come out on top here. All right, so Super Stinger ready to go. Bray Watts ready to go. And let's see what happens. The bell rings. We are underway. And, well, it's going to be Bray Watts who uses his strength to get out in front here. Oh, and he's going to lock him up in a surfboard chin lock. Works him over. Some nice wrestling maneuvers to get behind him. And get the first points here of the match. Let's see. Mean. Neither wrestler are going to get that here. And we're going to go to the wild card result. All right, so wild card, normal, 55. The favored wrestler, let's see. He's smart, but only when they're on a square, so he's not going to get it. So reversal. Opponent has the option of exchanging point to, so he's not going to do that. All right, so nothing happens there. Let's see. Cheat. Oh, actually, neither of them have the cheat quality. TV move. That's going to go to the Super Stinger. He's going to finally work over the heavier Bray Watts. Gets him into a painful arm bar. And perhaps he's able to catch his breath from the initial move there. Let's see. Smart. No, neither wrestler are going to get that. Heavy. No, Bray Watts actually doesn't have the heavy quality. I thought he... Okay, so crowd getting restless. Well, and there we go. There's 3 in a row. So it's going to be Super Stinger who gets a boost from the crowd. Ooh, 5 points. So he's going to, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. He's going to get a big boost from the crowd using some ring maneuvering, jumps off the ropes, hits a cross body block, goes back to the ropes and hits a big lion salt on him. And Super Stinger in control here. Oh, but it's going to be Bray Watts who powers out of a perhaps a pinfall attempt. Let's see. And actually, he's going to pick him up. Oh, well, how about that? He's just going to push him all the way up, and Super Stinger is going to go flying outside of the ring. And Bray Watts able to catch his breath a little bit as Super Stinger gets back up, clutches his back, and then is able to finally roll back into the ring. Let's see. Favorite. Neither of them have the favorite quality. Quick. That's going to go to Super Stinger. Oh, so as he gets into the ring, he slides under Bray Watts, comes up behind him, and gives him a couple of kidney punches. That'll double over the big guy. All right, let's see. Object. Neither of them have the objects. Oh, and there we go. You knew it was only a matter of time. So Super Stinger, he gets sent over the ropes by a clothesline from Bray Watts, and here comes the Wild Bunch. And they're going to get in some kicks and punches on the outside, and for 3 points before the referee is finally able to restore some order and kick them out. So they get sent back. Bray Watts rolls outside, so the action outside the ring right now. Let's see, Smart. Well, no, Super Stinger only has that when he's on a square. So we'll move to the next one. Uh-oh. Perhaps crowd getting restless. Yes, and indeed, so Super Stinger getting the benefit of the crowd here again. He's going to fight back. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So again, he's going to hit another flurry of moves. Ends up whipping Bray Watts into the steps outside. And then rolls Bray Watt into the ring. Can he finish him off here? Oh, no. Well, let's see. All right, we're going to go to a highlight reel G as the Wild Bunch, despite being told to leave by the ref, they're going to work their way back down. So here they come again. We're on highlight reel G 43. The gang members swarm opponent and hold opponent down while the wrestler administers D6 points of damage. Oh, but it's going to be just one. Oh, how about that? Could have been a lot worse, but Super Stinger able to get out of the hold, and then the referee again able to restore order and get them sent back. So that could have been much, much worse. And here we go. Super Stinger, after he powers out of that, he's going to hit a big drop kick on Bray Watts for 2 points. And then he's going to jump up to the top rope in one leap. And he's going to set him up for the big sting, a suicide stinger splash. And indeed, he nails it. Boom. Hooks the leg. 1, 2, 3. And there we go. The winner of this contest by pinfall, the Super Stinger. Fought off the Wild Bunch, all of the Wild Bunch, and was able to secure a nice victory here against Bray Watts. All right, so let's go to our post-match. We'll go to highlight reel X. And let's see what happens there. Celebrity 1 expresses support for defeated wrestler. Reduce the wrestler's grudge grade by 1 point. Oh, let's see there. So we've got Rob is in the audience. He'll say he's still behind the Wild Bunch and that Bray Watts will get him next time. So Bray Watts gets a little solace from one of the celebrities in the audience, but it's Super Stinger who gets the victory, and he definitely has his eyes set on the Heavyweight Championship. Perhaps he will get his chance again at this month's pay-per-view, and we're ready to reveal that June's pay-per-view that'll happen the last Monday of the month is going to be oh, sorry guys, I'm just seeing that my stream was cutting out again. Sorry about that. So the June pay-per-view event is going to be Schools Out Forever, and that will be taking place on June, whatever the last Monday is. My calendar just went out doing down. There we go. So June 24th, we will have Schools Out Forever. That'll be the June pay-per-view event here. And perhaps the UnNatural Disasters will still be the tag team champions when we get there. But for now, we're going to have our main event of the evening, and it will be for the tag team championship. So the last pay-per-view event, as I said at the beginning of the show here, these two teams faced off, and the UnNatural Disasters were disqualified, and so the Cleveland Rockers took the victory. However, they did not get the title, so the commissioner set up a rematch, and so this will be for the tag team championships. However, it will be for the it'll be a non-disqualification hardcore match. So anything goes, and they won't get the DQ finish to be able to retain their titles. All right, so here we go. Let's see what happens in the pre-match. And this time we're going to go to highlight reel R. All right, so highlight reel R 43. The heel angers the crowd with taunts. So the UnNatural Disasters taunting the crowd. And the face response by whacking the heel with a folding chair. D6 points. So the UnNatural Disasters taunting the crowd as the Cleveland Rockers come out, and they go to meet him outside the ring before the match starts. And Matt Crux is going to grab a chair, and how about that? D6 points. Woo! 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 before the bell even rings. And that is how this is going to get started here. A nice start for a hardcore tag team match. All right, so here we go. And the Cleveland Rockers way out in front as the bell rings. Are we going to finally have new tag team champions? All right, so here we go. Well, both teams are helped, so we're going to go with the trailing team. So the UnNatural Disasters, using their tag team prowess to kind of fight their way back. Well, there's 2 points for them. They'll do a double team clothesline on Matt Crux. And next, let's see, Smart. Oh, that's going to be Matt Crux. He avoids a slingshot from Kyle Bass. And turns around, slams his head into the turnbuckle. 1, 2, and let's see, is there a tag? No tag, so still Crux and Kyler Bass in there. Oh, and oh, well, there we go. The champions using their their popularity. They're soaking up the boos from the crowd. Kyler Bass turns around, hits a big drop kick as Matt Crux was celebrating, had his back turned to him. 1, 2, 3 points. And let's see, he is going to finally get a tag in, and now here comes Freakenstein Jr. Champions trying to take back control of this. And, oh, indeed he will. Wow. So Freakenstein does have the favorite quality, so that's going to be a 3 point. Let's see, 1, 2, 3. So he's going to hook up Matt Crux, double underhook, suplex, drives him down to the mat head first. Oh, my. And Matt Crux is in trouble. No tags. Both wrestlers still in there. Let's see. Heavy, that's going to go to Freakenstein. Oh, boy. So he picks him up and uses his weight to capture him in a sweaty face lock. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. All right. Helped. Well, again, so both of them are going to have the helped quality for being in a tag match. Well, this time it's going to be the manager that distracts Freakenstein. And Matt Crux able to catch his breath for a couple points and blast Freakenstein. He'll leap up and give him a drop kick to the back of the head. Can he get a tag? Yes, he does. He finally gets the tag in, and here comes Frank Walensky, the Biz. Who's going to come out on top here? Well, we're going to go to the wild. So this is wild card, a tag team match. And we're going to go to 36. 36 is the favored wrestler Mean. He is not. So, oh, it's going to be the Biz who gives him a little taste of the business here. He'll get him into a head vice for a point. Trying to work over the bigger wrestler. Let's see. And a quick tag back in to Matt Crux. Cleveland Rockers trying to pull off the upset here. Grudge. Oh, that is going to go to Freakenstein. He's going to just stand up and no-sell a dropkick from Matt Crux. And then lifts him up by the hair, slams him back down to the mat. Ouch. Oh, but as he slams him down, Matt Crux is able to just roll over enough and get a hot tag from the Biz, who comes in and gets a flying forearm shot to Freakenstein for a point. Let's see. Quick. Oh, no, he is quick, but only when he's on a circle, so nothing there. Oh, and again, the grudge. That's going to go to Freakenstein. Again, he'll no-sell a punch from the Biz. Picks him up by the hair. One-handed slam down to the mat. Ooh, boy. And he will tag in Kyler Bass. Are the UnNatural Disasters going to hold on to the title? Let's see. Oh, both wrestlers strong, but Biz is trailing. So he shrugs off a chop from Kyler Bass. Can he get a tag? Yes, he does. Here comes Matt Crux. And it's Crux against Bass. Who is going to... Oh, let's see. Special... Oh, no. Well, they both have a specialty. They're both tied. So it's going to go to the favored wrestler. So Kyler Bass catches Matt Crux and then slams him with a big body avalanche. Uh-oh. And now he's going to set him up for his finisher, the catch and release. So picks him up into a big bear hug, into a power slam. And he does. Wow. Matt Crux cannot beat the count. The Biz can't get in time to break it up. And the UnNatural Disasters have once again retained their titles. That was close. Oh boy, that was close. Crowd booing. Some of the crowd booing. Some of the crowd liking the UnNatural Disasters. But they will have a stranglehold on the tag team division. Once again, they have come out on top. And let's see what happens in the post-match. We are going to go to Highlight Reel U. 64 on Highlight Reel U. 64. Let's see. A heel win resulted in an opportunity to generate heat. Increased TV grade on die roll or not. Well, their TV grade is already a triple A. Let's see. Yeah, so they're just going to choose to retreat to the dressing room without working the crowd. Because they don't need to. They don't need the crowd. They already have a AAA rating. They have the title. They don't need it. They'll just simply walk off. Leave the crowd wanting more. Matt Crux, the Biz, put on a good show, but not able to do it. They'll head back with their manager, PGA Tour, and try to go back to the drawing board. Who is going to finally unthrone the UnNatural Disasters? All right, so lastly, we're going to have a special interview segment, and it's going to be between me and the heavyweight champion, Zed Groupthink. So Zed Groupthink, who kind of has become, I guess, a anti-hero for our federation, as he's the one who fought off the invasion. He's the one who took on Ruslan, who was so far the only person we know from the invasion. And so Zed Groupthink is the leader, or the face of our company right now. So I'm going to have a special interview. I'll climb up into the ring, and let's see what... Oh, uh-oh.
Oh, you all have to be kidding me. You're sitting there patting each other on the back, when the pawn was your very own pawn, who with just a little bit of encouragement almost destroyed your champion. You were almost destroyed by your own person, who now is a mental mess, and is not one of my people. He's one of your people, your committee, Steve. But you all sit there and you pat each other on the back like you accomplished something. You haven't accomplished anything in your lives. And I think it's time now to reveal and really understand the situation that you're in. So, who am I, you ask? The time is to reveal, and the time is to find out why.
It's me, Steve Tower, Rob Orn. And let me explain to you what is going on. You and all your little peasants that follow you. And let me tell you something, Tim. While you're spitting out your natty light on your wife beater inside that cheap 1976 trailer of yours, okay? You can talk all the garbage you want. But I think you now realize you don't have the physical well-being, because there's nothing you're going to do against these, okay? And you could talk about yourself and all the things that you think you are. But the very truth is, my trophy room is the size of your trailer. Now, not all your people are bad, Steve, and I'll get to you next. But Johnny Volume, you seem to be a very smart wrestling fan. And if you want to come over to the winning side, I suggest you come check out Top Pro Wrestling. And you'll understand what I'm talking about once I get through with Mr. Steven Tower. But there's always a seat here at Top Pro Wrestling for you, Johnny. It's just a matter, well, I know you're smart enough. It's just a matter if you have the wherewithal to come join us. Now you, Mr. Tower, let's get to you. What's this all about? I'll make it very simple, okay? Because nothing I say here is a lie, and everybody out in the audience knows it. A few years ago, we were on the Dice Tower together. First of all, I asked Tom for a little bit more time, but instead he let your segment go. He brought you in. That took time away from me and my painting segments. Okay? Me. I'm a bigger personality than you'll ever be, Steve Tower. And this became personal. So then, on top of it, to go even further, you started this wrestling league. Something I hold dear. Being a true athlete. Something you don't know anything about. Being 5'4" and maybe 145 pounds. I mean, a manlet, if anything. Okay, I saw your wrestling card. 5'9", 220. I mean, what? Really? It's nice that you decide to be a mark to Keith Avalon, okay, just so you can get your hands on some of these games and feel important. But the problem is, Steve, you'll never be me. You'll never be physically like me. You'll never be as popular as me, because all you ever wanted to be in this business is a star. And let me tell you something, Steve Tower. And I want to make it perfectly clear. Stars are in the sky. Stars are in Hollywood. You're not a star, okay? Pro wrestling is on the marquee of my channel, okay? And we take it seriously. You make a mockery of this great sport, and this is what has forced my hand. Why would I waste my time with somebody with 1,400 subscribers? Okay, you've done this for 6 years and you can barely scrape up 1,500 people. If it wasn't for my segment on your show by invading it, you wouldn't even be getting half the people that you're getting right now, Tower. Me, I'm a YouTube personality. I fly all over the United States to all these conventions because people want to come see the #1 channel. In 3 episodes, Top Pro Wrestling has topped your viewership. Your viewership. In 3 episodes, which you've worked on in a year. You could sit there with your mouth hitting the floor, because now, it was easy when you didn't know who I was. But now the dread really sets in. The panic really sets in, because now you know what you're up against. Now you know what you have to face. And you can't beat it. You know it in your heart. You're not going to pass me in subscribers. I'm physically better than you. I have sports accolades my entire life. What have you done? You picked up a pair of dice and you called it athletics. Okay? Sponsors? Biddy Beer? I have real sponsors. I have Board Game Geek behind me. I have Miniature Market behind me. You have a make-believe beer. How are you going to win this, Stephen? How are you going to overcome this? You and your sports entertainment. You mock the sport I love. A sport I've done my entire life. In many forms. By calling it Monday Night Tights. And calling it sports entertainment. It's wrestling. And that's what's going to be on my marquee. Every episode is wrestling. Because they lace up our boots one at a time. And they put their bodies on the line each and every week. And we make it real. You make a mockery of it and a circus. You and your pretentious clowns that follow you. The question is, when and how am I going to destroy you? Am I going to send some of my wrestlers? Maybe. Or am I going to challenge you right out, which isn't even worth it? You're nothing but a flea. I'll squash you like a bug. And anyone around you. And you know it. Because you know my background. You know where I come from. You know who I am. You know what I do for a living. Okay? And squashing people's fun. So Tim, you can write all you want. But it's useless. Because you could sit there and spit up your beer and your cold pizza and that rotten, musty trailer that nobody's dusted in 5 years with that horrible mustache and that fake avatar that you have, thinking that you're some Civil War guy. What a mess. This is what you got following you, Steve Tower. I have the entire board game community in my hands. You think I'm not going to destroy you? Where will it begin? When will it begin? I guess only you can determine that. You want to take me on one-on-one? You're more than welcome to bring it, Steve. But you know I'll stretch you from here to New Jersey. Okay? Up in that cold, nasty town of Boston. It smells like sewage. While I live here, in paradise in Florida, at the arena. Steven, you're bitten off more than you can chew. You woke up the lion when you should have just let him sleep. But go ahead, keep on with your Monday night tights. Because every Saturday night, the Tower of Power Wrestling, that's right, Top Pro Wrestling, will overcome, beat you in the ratings, better performance instead of the monotone, well, Groupthink's going to do another move here. Maybe a headlock, maybe a hip toss. Oh boy, here we go. Get a personality, Steve, because I bet you'll get one now knowing that the threat is real and it's coming for you, your channel, and everything you hold dear. Be ready, because now it gets real.